There's not a lot that can go wrong in a day when it starts with a motorcycle ride. This is my office. I usually share it with a fella who is currently in Brazil on vacation. That's where he's from, so he went home, which makes this a perfect week for me to see how much filming I can get done in a day. Whether I will be able to keep doing this once he's back is iffy, but we'll give it a go. There is also a window right there so that people can kind of see in what's happening, and I don't know how many people are gonna stop in and watch me doing this either. Received our very first question. This one is about the vlog. How often are you planning on posting here? Great question, Dylan. Not really sure yet. I would like to post every day, and it seems to be the best way to get into the habit of doing this, but I don't know yet if it's sustainable or not. Hopefully, we will find out soon. That window is gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna be checking outside of it every 30 seconds. May need to rethink where I'm filming. But yeah, right now it's just as much as I can, as often as I can, just to get into the habit of doing it. We will see. You see, I'm kind of hesitating calling this a vlog or some kind of daily video because I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it yet. But the thing I've learned about making stuff and about creativity, and I talk about it with lots of people, but it's really even hard for me to figure out and do, is that it's the repetition and it's getting in there and doing it and creating that habit that actually makes good things. It's not this like mystical sort of connection to creative energy or something beyond that like makes good things. Lots and lots of famous artists, like back in the day with the Renaissance artists, they started their living by copying famous paintings. They would like find a famous painting, copy it, sell it for cheap, say it was a copy, but that's how they learned the skill, that's how they got it out. They started by creating that repetition, that copying was actually what made them good artists, because then when they found their voice and they started doing it, they'd already developed the habits for creating things. That's what I want to do. That's where I want to get to. And the best way to do it is just put out as much as I can. You're going to get a video when you get a video. That's what it's going to do. Thanks so much for the question. It was really well worded. Smart guy. Yeah, smart guy. Everyone's allergies are super bad this time of year. Even the trucks that paint lines. It's a hell of a sneeze. Story about how I became a sex educator. I was actually a youth pastor for over a decade. I worked in churches, I went to all the events, I did all the thing. I thought that this was the career I was going to do for the rest of my life. I went to school for it, I trained for it, put all of my energy into it, wrapped my life around it, even my haircut. And it felt good. Helping people, helping them find happiness, helping them figure out what was going on in their lives, that felt good. It didn't all feel good. It never all felt good. The fact of the matter was there was all these things going on for everybody that I was working with, especially with youth, and I realized that it wasn't just enough to talk about church. And so I ended up talking about sex ed quite a bit. I ended up teaching sex ed courses, talking about them right in youth group. The parents were not happy. It wouldn't matter how many times I said that their kids were having sex, they would just never believe me. I would come back from Bible camp and I would be like, you know, like, we need to bring condoms to these camps. The kids are, and be like, oh, no, not my baby. Not my baby. They would never, ever do that. I was like, well, your baby was like face full of crotch in the mud in the middle of the night, but okay. And so I started doing sexual education there just as kind of a necessity, and then after I left the church / was asked to leave the church, I just kept going with it. I started teaching adult classes, and then eventually I ended up in a job where I get to do that all the time. So when people ask where I went to school for it, I didn't actually go to school to be a sex educator. I went to school to be a minister. I ended up being a sex educator out of necessity, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Getting to help people have fulfilling lives and great sex and mind-blowing orgasms and doing it all safely. It is hot today. Okay, while I was out walking, I had an idea. Maybe there's YouTube meetup groups. Yeah, apparently there is. And they haven't met since 2016. Shit. Oh, so lonely. I think my good idea might not actually be that good.